Hi, I'm Andrea Wiley, and today we'll be discussing computer security. Computer security risk and safeguards. Basically, any event or action that has the potential to cause a loss of your computer equipment, software, or data information is a computer security risk. Any illegal act involving a computer, such as instilling a virus, is a computer crime, and any symptoms or damage caused by a virus is a virus payload. These symptoms can cause significant damage as planned by the virus creator. There are several signs of a virus detection. Any unusual message or graphical image, unusual sound or music that plays randomly, memory loss, loss of a program or file. The size may be changed or distorted. A file may be corrupted or may not work properly. What is a computer virus? A virus is a potential damaging computer program designed to affect your computer negatively without your knowledge or permission by altering the way it works. A virus is a segment of program code that implants itself in a computer file and spreads systematically from one file to the next. There are more than 300,000 known viruses or variants exist, and hundreds of new viruses or variants are identified every month. Viruses commonly affect computers through email attachments. A virus can spread from one computer to another through an infected email. Three main types of viruses exist: the boot sector virus, file viruses, and macroviruses. The boot sector virus replaces the boot program used to start the computer with a modified, infected version of the boot program. When the computer runs the infected boot program, it loads the virus into the computer memory. Once a virus is in memory, it spreads to any storage media inserted into the computer. A file virus inserts virus code into program files. The virus then spreads to any program that accesses the infected file. This is a cute kids video explaining about how an email opened infected with a virus can infect a computer. It's called "Don't Open That File." The macrovirus uses the macro language of an application such as a word processing or spreadsheet program. It hides virus codes. When you open a document with the infected macro, the macrovirus loads into memory, creating actions such as saving the document, activate the virus. Macroviruses often are part of templates, which means they will infect any documents created using one of the templates. Malicious software programs. Malicious software programs are variations of computer viruses. Two common variations of computer viruses are worms and Trojan horses. Some viruses are relatively harmless pranks that temporarily freeze a computer or cause it to display sounds or messages when triggered. Other viruses cause extensive damage to computer files and spread quickly throughout a network. The worm is a program that copies itself repeatedly in a computer's memory or on a network, using up resources and possibly shutting down the computer or network. The Trojan horse, named after a Greek myth, is a malicious software program that hides within or is designed to look like a legitimate program. Here is a diagram to show you the differences between the three viruses. More viruses. A logic bomb is a program that activates when it detects a certain condition. A time bomb is a type of a logic bomb that activates on a particular date. A Michelangelo virus is a well-known time bomb that destroys your hard disk on March 6th, the date of Michelangelo's birthday. A rootkit is a program that hides in a computer and allows someone from a remote location to take full control of the computer. Viruses normally are spread between computers by inserting an infected CD or USB flash drive in a computer or downloading an infected file from the internet or via an email attachment. Never start your computer with removable media in the drives. Do not use pirated, illegal copies of copyrighted software, and turn off all email previews. An antivirus program is designed to detect, disinfect, and protect computers and networks from viruses. Antivirus programs are called vaccines. Attempt to modify the boot program, the operating system, or other programs that normally are read from but not written to. Most antivirus programs also have utilities to remove or repair infected programs and files. Purchase and install reliable antivirus software. A rescue disk is normally a CD that contains an uninfected copy of key operating system commands and startup information that enables the computer to restart correctly. After you have restarted the computer using a rescue disk, you can run repair and removable programs to repair damaged files and remove infected files. If the program cannot repair the damaged files, you might have to replace or restore them with uninfected backup copies of the files. Back up your files often. Popular antivirus programs used in schools and homes include Norton Antivirus and McAfee Antivirus. More safety tips include scan all removable media, scan all files downloaded from the internet, scan all attached files before opening them, scan all software before using it, even if it's shrink wrapped. Install a firewall program to help protect against unwanted incoming attacks. Set up an antivirus program to scan automatically. False warnings about virus often spread via email and over the internet, known as hoaxes. You can check them out on the Symantec Security Response Hoax webpage. Unauthorized access is the use of a computer or network without permission. A cracker is an individual who tries to access a computer or network illegally. A hacker used to be a complimentary word for a computer enthusiast. Now has a derogatory connotation because it refers to people who try to break into a computer, often intended to steal or corrupt its data. Crackers and hackers typically break by connecting to the system via a modem and logging in as a user. Some intruders have no intention of causing damage to computer files. Instead, they want to access data, information, or programs and use what they access for illegal purposes. Other intruders leave some evidence of their presence with a message or by deliberately altering data. Unauthorized use is the use of a computer or data for unapproved or possibly illegal activities. Access controls are security measures that define who can access a computer, when they can access it, and what they can take while using the computer. Schools set up their network so that users have access only to those programs, data, and information for which they are approved. Most schools and businesses provide unauthorized users with a unique user identification and password that allows them to log on to the network, to use email, transfer files, and to access other shared resources. School access levels. Students usually can access only instructional material and software. They may be allowed access to the internet and web, but have filtering software to restrict inappropriate access. Students do not have access to grades, attendance, or other sensitive information. Teachers typically have access to all the programs, data, and information that the students have access to. They have select information about students, and they do not have access to information about teachers, students, or administrative files. Principals and assistant principals normally have access to all information that pertains to students enrolled at their schools. They may not access information about students attending other schools in the district. School district administrators and superintendents usually have access to all information stored on their district's network servers. At many schools, each user is assigned an ID and a password. This ID and password is associated with a specific level of computer and network access. When a user logs on to a computer or network by entering a user ID and password, the operating system checks to see if the user ID and password match the entries stored in an authorization file. If they match, the computer or network grants access. Create a strong password. Use a combination of letters, digits, words, initials, and dates. Make the password at least 8 characters if supported by the software. Join 2 words together. Add 1 or more numbers at the beginning, middle, or end of the word. Choose words from other languages. Choose family names far back in your family tree. Or choose a password you can type without looking at the keyboard. Do not leave written copies of your passwords near your computer. Use a password that is easy to remember so that you do not have to write it down. Change your password frequently, and do not share your password with anyone, especially telemarketers. A possessed object is any item that you must carry to gain access to a computer facility. Examples are badges, cards, smart cards, and keys. Possessed objects are often used in combination with a personal identification number, known as a PIN, which is a numeric password that provides an additional level of security. Biometric devices authenticate a person's identity by translating personal characteristics such as your fingerprint into a digital code that is compared with a digital code stored in the computer verifying the personal characteristic. If the digital code in the computer does not match the personal characteristic code, the computer denies access to the individual. A firewall is a security system consisting of hardware or software that prevents unauthorized access to data and information on a network. Many schools route all communications through a proxy server. A proxy server screens all incoming and outgoing messages. If you use a router, you have a hardware firewall. Hardware firewalls stop many intrusions before they break into your computer. If you use Windows or Mac OS X, you already have a personal firewall. A personal firewall is a software program that detects and protects your personal computer and its data from unauthorized intrusions. Never leave a portable computer or any portable equipment unattended or out in the open in a public place. As a precaution, you should back up the files stored on the portable computer regularly. Some schools purchase a service that actually tracks down a stolen portable computer. This system is called a LoJack. As soon as the person who has stolen a notebook computer uses the computer to access the internet, the software on the computer sends a message regarding the location of the stolen computer to the school system network administrator, who notifies the police. In addition to hardware theft, another concern for K through 12 schools is vandalism. Computer vandalism takes many forms: cutting computer cables, deleting files, breaking into the school, and smashing the computers. Schools have written policies and procedures for handling various types of vandalism. Software piracy, the unauthorized and illegal duplication of copyrighted software, is by far the most common form of software theft. A software license is an agreement that provides specific conditions for use of the software. Manufacturers usually print the terms of the software license on the software package, or in the case of the software downloaded via the web, a page on the manufacturer's website. Users may install the software on only one computer. Some license agreements allow users to install the software on the one desktop computer and one portable computer. Users may not install the software on a network such as a school computer lab network. Users may make one copy for backup purposes. Users may not give copies to friends and colleagues.
Green computing. Green computing involves reducing the use of electricity and the production of environmental waste by using a computer. People use and often waste resources such as electricity and while using a computer. Society and schools have become aware of this waste and are taking measures to combat it. Green computing is also called green technology. Green computing advantages and goals. Advantages: reducing energy usage from green computing techniques translating to lower carbon dioxide emissions. Conserving resources means less energy is required to produce and use and dispose of products. The goal of green computing is reduce the use of hazardous materials, maximize energy efficiency during the product's lifetime, and promotes the recyclability. Health issues. Users are the key components in any information system. Protecting teachers and students is just as important as protecting the hardware, software, and data. Many health-related issues concerning computer use can be minimized by teaching students at an early age how to use computers properly, so they reduce their risk of injury. Excuse me. Some health issues are also results of improper disposal of the overused electronics. Example: how fluids and electronic waste drip out the electronics in landfill. This is very harmful to the ecosystem and people. Computers and health issues. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reports the work-related musculoskeletal disorder account for 1/3 of all job-related injuries and illness. The MSD, also called repetitive strain injury, RSI, is the injury or disorder of the muscle, nerves, tendons, ligaments, and joints. The largest job-related injury and illness problem in the United States today are repetitive strain injuries. For the reason, Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, has developed industry-specific and task-specific guidelines designed to prevent the workplace injuries with respect to computer usage.